Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anisa. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and the bell. Everything I link to be linked to down below in the description, and let's get right into the video. So I'm starting off by measuring my full cover tips. These are from Miyota. I like these. I've had these for much longer than the Unigel ones. And I actually bought these before the Unigelas, and all my sizes are still there. So but they finally added more to the Unigela tips, like where you can buy like a 500 box and all that stuff. So yes, I really recommend the Miyotos and the Unigelas. Here is the Beetles nail tip and glue gel. Like I said, this is the very first bottle I ever got that came in the nail glue and tip kit. If you want to see that video, I will link it up in the cards. Here, all I'm doing is putting a thin layer on my natural nail, and then I go ahead and apply some in the actual like cuticle area of the tip. You want to make sure you have the light on. Actually, this is a Melody Susie 2-in-1 nail lamp. I love this for just doing nails in general and applying these tips, and even like gluing on stones. Like I use them to flash cure a ton of stuff, so they cure very quickly when it's up close because it's LED lights. So you want to make sure you don't get any of the gel on the skin, and if you do, you want to wipe it up immediately. I use a 180 grit sanding band to go around the cuticle area of the tip and also the inside. That helps with adhesion. But when I'm doing the pop off method like I'm doing right now, I kind of don't do that because typically mine were lasting just fine without me etching the inside, the cuticle area, all that stuff. So yeah, but also when you're doing it like you're going to keep the nails on, you want to make sure you remove the shine from the natural nail and go ahead and dehydrate. You can also prime and then do a layer of regular base coat. That will help the nails adhere incredibly well. If you are having trouble with like lifting because you're still getting air bubbles, you can even do a thin layer of like the whatever glue you're using to glue the tips on with, like whatever gel you're using. Go ahead and do a thin layer of that on your nail. Make sure it covers your entire nail and cure it for a full 60 seconds in your big lamp. That way, if you get any air bubbles, it literally won't matter. As in actual like lifting, it does not matter because it's not actually on your nail bed. There's not a missing part of gel on your nail bed. It's only on the cured part. So that would be like the only reason why it could possibly live. But try and eliminate bubbles as much as possible. Make sure you push the tip back towards your cuticle area, and you don't want to leave too big of a gap just because it just does not look right, and you have to file it away and build. You could build on top of it with more gel, but I choose to do it this way just because it's the easiest way and get rid of the fake look with the e-file. So yes, I'm gonna let you guys watch me apply the rest of the tips, and then I will be back when it comes to like the prepping before the design. Here are the tips all applied. Also, I know a lot of people say you can use base gel, like regular base coat. You can, but I don't like some regular base coats. If you're using like the LGN rubber base coat, that would be great because it's thicker. But it might be too thick for some people. The Beetles one is like the perfect medium viscosity, so that's why I use it. The base coats that I have are too thin for that, or they're too thick. So it just depends on preference, but this is a tip cutter from Amazon, and I'm just cutting the nails onto my desired length. At first, I wasn't going to do them so short, but I accidentally cut them that way. So I just had to keep it going, and I actually really like the length. And here's my issue with my mind. So I can't, like, really type that well when it comes to longer nails. Even if, like, it's this long, it's, like, too long for me. But because of the way my hands were feeling, I felt like I could do it. Like that was my issue. So I had to take this off immediately after I was done because like I was living for the length. But all I'm doing right now is showing you that you can remove the shine with the sanding band. But here's my issue. It just takes a little bit longer, but I like to go around the cuticle area because it removes any of the gel that could possibly be on the skin. Again, it helps with lifting because if you have a ton of gel on your skin, it's going to lift. Also, if you have the tip like popped up to where it's not fully down, that's also going to lift. So just be careful with that. I prefer to use the buffer to remove the shine just because it's a lot easier and faster for me personally. Like my hand was getting tired trying to do that, but it just kind of depends how fast you want to make your e-file go. Like I was having this fast to where it was like burning a little bit, but it still wasn't getting through the shine faster than the buffer would, just because the buffer was bigger. Also, I have a hard time reshaping these pre-shaped tips, so that's why I use the tip cutter and just cut it down to my desired length, because there's like no point in me filing them on myself because I just can't file it all the way because it's a thicker tip. So here I am removing the shine with the buffer. I did try and like refile with the hand file and it worked a little bit. Like I kind of figured out how to do it, but it was a struggle for me for the longest time. But yes, this is a buffer from Natali Carmona, by the way. I love using the Pana 5-in-1 bit. So the reason why I'm doing this is, like I said, to get rid of like the press on look, because it looks very strong in the cuticles, and that's how you can kind of tell that it's kind of like you glued a tip onto your nail, and I don't like that look. So I try and like make sure I fade it a little bit, but at the same time, if you get rid of too much, then it'll just look weird. So it's like a very fine line, especially when you're using like a 5-in-1 like this. If you were using like a smaller cuticle bit, maybe it'd be a little bit easier for you, but I prefer the 5-in-1. I just make sure I don't overfile, and it looks pretty neat so far. And I made sure I went ahead and dusted off my nails and then cleansed them with the alcohol wipe. And then here I am trying to reshape. The free edge is my problem. Like I like the nails to be incredibly, incredibly sharp. And for some reason, I literally can never reshape the free edge. Like that was gagging me, of course. But the free edge was hard work, you guys. So that's why when I try and cut the nails, I try and cut them as straight as possible. So technically you would want to shape the free edge before you dust it and then dust again, but it's okay. You want to go ahead and apply a layer of base coat. Some people say you don't have to. Me personally, I like to, because it makes the nails a little bit stronger. And then B, the polish does not peel. Sometimes your polish can peel if it's just only like etched. So yes, not gel polish, the base coat is optional, but I prefer to do it. Same thing with like the dehydrating and priming. And if you're wondering what my peel off base coat is, it's just I just remove the shine from my natural nail, do base coat, top coat, and then use the UNT ready for takeoff regular like peel off base coat, and that is what I use. And I do 2 layers of the UNT sometimes. With this set I did 2 layers and it peeled off just fine, especially if you put your nails in hot water. And this color I'm using is from Ivy Co, or like she calls it Shop Ivy Co. So yes, it's called Warm Silk, and you want to make sure you get up any excess gel polish before you cure. It was a while since I did my Gel X sets. I used to do them pretty frequently, like the year before last. So I ended up stopped doing them because I was doing more acrylics and hard gels. So I completely forgot about like how important it is to wipe because I got horrible at gel polish. So my sets are looking much better now that I've been wiping up my cuticles, which is like the most basic thing ever. So don't forget the basics, y'all. Also, I'm using alcohol, not acetone, because alcohol doesn't eat through the polish and make it like gummy, but acetone will, so just be careful with that. And this is DD007 Blush Pink from Igel Beauty, and as you can see, it just makes the nail the nude more pinky. Of course, I use too much on the thumb, so I do go back in and wipe over it. And this is a way that I transform the nudes without using 100% of the pink, because the pink is just a little bit too pink. And then like the nude, it's a good nude, but you know, you like to mix, right? Like I like to mix just to get the color to my liking. So yeah, if you don't want to do the pink, don't add the pink, but this is a transparent nude and it's the easiest to do this with. If you have a color that's a little bit more strong, mix it with some clear and it should be fine. But yes, as you can see, I'm removing some of the pink because it was just a little bit too strong, and I will be curing this for a full 30 seconds. Every gel polish except for the white and the black is a 30-second cure. Here the nails with just the nude applied. Let me know if you guys like the before I added the blush pink or when it was just the warm silk. So all I'm doing right now is wiping the nails down with some alcohol because it removes the tacky layer, because sometimes the polish can like spread and like fray and not go on well if the tacky layer is still on there from the polish. And the one from double dip, not double dip, what's it called? Igel. The one from Igel has a pretty tacky base. So here I am going in and I'm pretty sure I'm trying to do a French. These brushes are from shop Ivy Co. They are 15mm and 30mm. And you guys, my French was not too bad. Like I was actually really happy, because the reason why you guys are seeing so much French and abstract is because I'm trying to get better at it. So it's just easier for me to make a video of me, you know, kind of like practicing and experimenting, because usually the set does not come out too bad. And it also has like a learning moment to it of where I'm like teaching myself something that I kind of already knew, but like getting better and better. Like each set I do is getting better and better, especially with the Gel X. I was getting real lucky back when I first started doing the Gel X nails. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into doing them just because they're kind of fun, because you kind of only do the design. By the way, I already cured the nails for 30 seconds, I believe. This is a not polished color, and y'all, I struggled to find this color. It's D, not D. It's in the M collection and it's number 96. Don't put the 0 in, leave the 0 out, or it's going to say it does not exist. So yeah, cure it for a full 30 seconds. And here I am doing my swirl. I've gotten so much better at the swirls, and I love the swirls just like everybody else now. My Frenches are getting much better. Again, I'm practicing outlining, so that's where the black came in, because the black with this purple looked sickening. I loved it, you guys. The white and the black has been going with everything lately, so that's why I've also been adding it in. I've been trying to do a little bit less because I've been seeing like a trend happening with me doing my nails. So yes, this is just a nice side cut. Let me know if there's any other elements you would like to see me add to my sets. Like if you're getting tired of the swirls. I went ahead and cured for 30 seconds. And then now I'm doing a second coat of everything. And yes, you guys, 30 seconds is truly all you need to cure these colors in a LED lamp. This is an LED UV lamp. So it genuinely cures all of the stuff in 30 seconds. If your lamp says 60-second cure, cure it for 60 seconds. If you have a UV, I'm pretty sure you cure it for like 2 minutes. But sometimes your lamp, you might only need 45. But you guys, I love this set so much. My only thing is, sometimes like on camera, you can't see the purple correctly. And it looks washed out even though it's not. Yeah, so I made sure to make sure my second coat was incredibly covered very, very well. Also, if you notice your nude base is kind of a little bit streaky, the top coat, if you're using glossy top coat, will blend it out. But if you're using matte top coat, it's just going to accentuate the streakiness. So make sure you kind of blend it out properly. So yeah. After I'm done doing my second coats, I'm pretty sure this is when I do the outline, but this is what everything's looking like so far. And the black I'm using is from Creation, same thing as the white. I also found it on Amazon, but I want to buy from the seller first before I just give y'all the link, because I don't want to give y'all a link and it's not correct, like the quality is not correct, or the product is not correct and they're just sending out random stuff. So yeah, I like to test everything before I just put it in the description. Look how easy it is for me to draw this white now, y'all. Like, this is an accomplishment. Like, I work so hard on getting my hands very steady, and I also do these sets primarily on the weekend when I don't drink coffee, because sometimes when I be drinking coffee, it's like a million times worse. And yes, I'm obsessed with like the white swirls, the black, like white and black to me now it's just making everything pop. I don't know, like give me more like color options in the description and I'll see what I can do. I'll also be doing more acrylic, you guys. I don't know why my light cut off. It must have died, but please ignore it, y'all. My light has been doing that to where I charge it up full like one day and it lasts for like literal hours, and then all of a sudden it dies and then I have to wait to charge it up again because I keep leaving it uncharged. But yes, I should have just left this line the way it was, which I ended up doing because I liked the thicker line, but I ended up trying to get it back thin, and then I tried to get it thick again, and it just messed everything up, so I had to wipe it off and try again. When you are wiping things off, make sure you are fully getting that color that you're trying to wipe off, especially like the black, because when it comes to the black, it will smudge like nobody's business, y'all. Like, I really mean, like, that black smudge is killer. And then once you put in the lamp to cure it, you just you just cured a black smudge on your nail. So please be careful of that, and just trust your gut, y'all. Also, I don't know why I was acting like the black brush was the problem when I was the problem. Like, I shouldn't have erased it. But yeah, the black and white cure for a full 60 seconds. Also, do not flash cure your black depending on how thick it is. If it's like you did a full nail of black, cure it for your full 60 seconds or your full 30 seconds, whatever the company recommends. Because if you flash cure your black, then it will wrinkle. Like, every time that I used to flash cure black, even this black, it would wrinkle. So I haven't tested it in this new lamp, even though I've had this lamp for like 2 years now or something crazy like that. I have never tested it because when I used to do it, literally it would come out like bubbly. It would be uncured in certain spots and it was a mess. So I just recommend curing it all the way through. It's the same thing with incredibly pigmented colors. Cure them all the way through. I'm only going to be leaving it a little bit of my struggle when it comes to the outlining of the Frenches. Not the whole thing. I was thinking about it, but that literally added so much more time onto this video than necessary. Like, this is only one hand and it's at like 30 plus minutes versus when I did the red acrylic set. I think that's up by now by the time I upload this video. If not, then it's coming. But that video was like maybe 30 minutes, but I included parts from both hands. So like, y'all, I struggled because I wanted this line to be thick, but then some parts I wanted to be thin. So I would get the sides right, but the actual middle, I would get it so wrong. And I would try and wipe it off because I'm like, no, this is too thick right here. And it would just mess the entire thing up. So that is part of the reason why I always hated doing nail art, is because once you try and go back to clean it up, you've practically messed it up already. So like, you see how weird it looks here? Like, I couldn't just leave it like this. Like, I had to fix it somehow. So yeah, I ended up changing it a couple of times, but I'm gonna let you guys watch, and then after I'm done with the outline, I'm pretty sure I do the flowers on the thumb next. And you guys, everything I do is a freestyle, by the way, unless I tell you guys otherwise. But that thumb, trying to do it was difficult with the flowers. I'm just not good at flowers, so that's also why I did them. Like I said, I'm doing things that I'm not good at so I can get better at them. So like I said, I should have just looked back and saw what I was doing, because the line, like the actual smile line outline, looked really good. But then I decided to try and do like the little pinwheel thing, like weird little swirls that everyone's doing. And I didn't like it. So it kind of ruined it. And it was like, no, if I would have added a couple more lines, it probably would have been cute. But I wasn't going to test it out myself. So I just went ahead and took it off, and then I just did the outline again, and this time I just outlined the entire nail. Here, I was struggling with just getting the actual part that is the like peak of the smile line, getting it right. Like that is the only part I was struggling with, and I don't know why it just never was looking correct. So I just had to keep trying to draw it in over and over and over. And y'all, I promise you, I cut so much of me struggling out. Like it was really embarrassing. I sat there for like 30 minutes just trying to get this smile line right. Now for the thumb, I decided to do just some little flowers. I'm actually really bad at these flowers, and you see like all the very like basic stuff, the stuff's supposed to be easy. I'm like terrible at it. I don't know why. Like literally it's just dots, and how did I mess up like two, three times already? Like I'm still messing up. But all you want to do is you want to do like 4 or 5 dots. And then make sure you have a space to where in the middle you can go ahead and put you some like white in the middle. As you want it to have like a center to your flower, you could put like the white, another color, any color you're using. But I wanted to make sure I put a center of another color, so that's why I left a big gap in between. So the gel polish I use is Duo M096, and I'm going to be using the Natali Carmona top coat. Like I said, the black and the white were from Creation, and yes, I will be most definitely buying them off of Amazon to see if that seller is good, and if it is, I'll be linking it. But like I said, I don't know why the white is 14.95, but the black is 9.99. So weird, but everything looks so good. I wish I would have cleaned up my cuticle area just a little bit better, but other than that, everything looks good. So I'm going to top coat it, and then I'm going to cure it for a full 120 seconds, and then I'm going to apply some cuticle oil, and that will be the end. Well, after I'm done cleaning up the cuticles, I went ahead and cured, and I saw that the shape was a little bit not good, just because some of the gel had pulled to the side, and plus there was some gel like attached to the skin. So I went ahead and just reshaped, and you guys saw I was using the hand file with the free edge, which I typically do not do because I just can't get it straight, but I finally did it. Here is the Bombnails cuticle oil. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Let me know of anything you would like to see, and I will get that video made. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.